Welcome to My Channel, the English podcasts.
Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're digging into a short conversation, actually. It's from an English language learning source, and it's all about feelings.
Right. Yeah. Our mission really is to look beyond just the words being said and understand the communication sort of happening underneath.
Exactly. So where does this snippet come from?
It's from a podcast called Learn English with Daily Conversations. The episode is titled Talking About Feelings, and it's basically a simple chat between two friends, Michael and Emma.
Okay.
And Emma, well, she mentions she's feeling stressed.
Okay. Sounds straightforward. But why is analyzing this useful for our listeners?
Well, even in simple chats like this, you find really effective communication strategies. Plus, it gives you practical vocabulary for, talking about emotions, which is something everyone needs.
Good point. Okay, let's dive in. So how does the conversation start?
Michael kicks it off. He says, "Hey, Emma, you look a little down."
A little down. Okay, let's unpack that. It sounds gentle.
It is, yeah. It's quite a gentle way to open that door. It's an observation, right? Not a direct question like, what's wrong, or are you upset?
Which can feel a bit confrontational sometimes.
Exactly. This way, it's less pressure. It kind of invites the person to share if they want to, but doesn't demand it. It respects their space,
Makes sense. It's about observing rather than probing immediately. So how does Emma respond?
She responds with, "Yeah, I'm just feeling a bit stressed out lately."
Okay, a bit stressed out. That phrase, a bit, seems important there.
It really is. Using a bit or a little, it softens the statement.
Like she doesn't want to make a huge deal out of it,
Yeah.
or maybe isn't sure how much to share.
Could be either or both. People often use qualifiers like that to, well, maybe test the waters. Or just to avoid sounding, overly dramatic or negative. It's very common.
And stressed out itself is such a relatable feeling these days.
Oh, definitely. So it's a really useful phrase for listeners to have in their emotional toolkit.
Right, so Michael hears this, and what's his reaction?
He says simply, "That sounds tough."
Short, but it feels significant.
It really does. That sounds tough. It's like empathy 101. It's short, easy to say, but it shows you're listening and you understand, or at least acknowledge, the other person is having a hard time.
You're validating their feeling without jumping in with solutions.
Precisely. And that validation is key for building connection. You're saying, "I hear you, and what you're feeling is real." That's often all someone needs at that moment.
Yeah, that feeling of being heard. So Michael doesn't just stop there, right? He offers something more.
Correct. He follows up with, "If you ever need to talk, I'm here for you."
Ah, the classic offer of support. Why is this part important?
Well, it makes the support concrete. It's not just implied sympathy, it's an explicit offer to listen.
Even if Emma doesn't take him up on it right away.
Especially then sometimes. Just knowing that the offer is there, that someone is willing to listen without judgment, that can be incredibly comforting. It's fundamental for strong relationships, showing you're available.
It's practical caring in a way.
Exactly.
And Emma's response. How does she react to the offer?
She says, "Thanks, Michael. That means a lot."
Simple, direct acknowledgement.
Yes, and that's important too. Acknowledging and appreciating the support closes the loop, kind of. It reinforces Michael's action, shows it was valued.
And encourages that kind of interaction in the future, presumably.
Oh, you got it. It strengthens the bond.
Okay, so let's recap the key takeaways, the useful phrases from just this short exchange. We had, "You look a little down."
A gentle opener. Then, "I'm feeling a bit stressed out."
Softening the expression of a negative feeling.
That sounds tough.
Simple, powerful empathy.
The offer, "I'm here for you," and the appreciation, that means a lot.
And we also noted the podcast included the suggestion, take a break, which is common advice too.
Right. All really practical phrases for everyday conversations about how we feel. They help build those connections.
It shows how much communication is happening even in seemingly basic interactions.
Definitely. It's not always about complex vocabulary. It's often about choosing the right simple words.
So a final thought for you listening. Maybe reflect on how you usually initiate these kinds of conversations. When you sense someone might be feeling, a bit down.
Yeah, and how do you typically respond when someone shares that they're stressed or going through something tough?
Are there any of these phrases we discussed, a little down, sounds tough, I'm here for you, that maybe feel like something you could try incorporating into your own interactions?
Sometimes just tweaking our language slightly can make a real difference in how we connect with people. Food for thought.